Hello and welcome to TTFL. We are round 22 and we are in Brazil. And I've just realised I need to plug that into there. Please don't break everything. There we go, swap that round. Once again, same as always, very unprepared. That was rather delayed, but thank you for the sub, Hobo. It literally just came through, even though I swear you did that on Monday. And I've done that onto the wrong screen. So, as we can see, it is a tad on the wet side. Wet quali, dry race. Thank you, Hobo. Let's get the track map up. Lap data up ready, and then we will run you through the standings. So Thornicus has wrapped up the driver's title. The battle is on for second place, Elder and Rapid, only 10 points between them, so it's all to play for second and runner-up. Frenzy sitting in fourth, Hobo in fifth, very close behind Frenzy. Jake in 6th, Panda in 7th, Mrs. Carl in 8th, Scotty in 9th, Speedy in 10th, Seth in 11th, Sig in 12th, Josh in 13th, Finner in 14th, Loki in 15th, Steeled in 16th, Cons in 17th, Art in 18th. I went for the race, possible race in raining race. Should I restart? All my setups are gone, or should I leave them and go back? All your setups have gone. That's not going to be a lobby issue. That's going to be a PlayStation issue. That sounds like it might have loaded the wrong save in. I see you've left Thornica, so hopefully when you do a restart, come back in and hopefully your PlayStation figures out what it's doing. And in constructors, McLaren have won that, so Thornicus has got the double along with Frenzy. Ferrari sitting in second, Alpine in the battle for second place. We need a strong performance in the next couple of races. Aston Martin in fourth, Red Bull in fifth, Haas in sixth, Merck in 7th, AlphaTauri in 8th, Alfa Romeo in 9th, and Williams in 10th. Mrs. Cole's lost all their setups as well. Evening, Oscar. Nice to have you in the chat. So, anyone else lost their setups? Because Mrs. Carl and Thornicus have both lost all their setups in their game. I've heard of that issue happening on PC. Never known it's happened on PS. It's got them back, so weird. So Thornicus is sorted after restart. Mrs. Cole restart should hopefully work, as we see Panda going off the track, coming out of turn 2. Does go into the barrier and lose his front wing, but doesn't lose a wheel. So Elder has done a 15.2, TT has done a 15.7, Panda's done a 16.6, currently on his way around a full lap with no front wing. Speedy is on track. Oh, don't say we're going to have problems with disconnects again. Let's just ping another invite to Mrs. Carl and one to Cornicus as well. Cornicus back in. So Elders improved to go with a 15-1. Hobo's sitting in third at the minute on a 15-9. So we are running full quali. We have only got 15 drivers, so everyone will make it through to Q2. So they can run this as a practice session. So you don't need to push too hard during this session because everyone will make it through. So Bergren's into second on a 15-3. Speedy's done 17-6, taking him into 6th place. Loki on an outlap. Jake just starting his first time run. Stay with Jake as he makes his way through turn 2. I need my trackpad open. Screen. Mrs. Carl still not able to load their setups in. Jake back into the pits without setting a time and the tyres in the pits. And start another lap. I know you're on a lap, Cornicus, but did you do a full PlayStation restart or just restart the game to get your setup done? Mr. Cole is still struggling to get through. As Loki goes to the top of the board with a 15-0. Does look like it's starting to dry out. So we may well see some risk the soft later in this session. We'll have to wait and see. Evening, Terry. How are you, mate? You've had a good week? I was busy reading through Discord at that point. has Panda into the pit exit barrier, but also I believe that was Thornicus into the barrier as well. Means Thornicus, although he would get through to Q2, won't be making it through to Q2 with the car with no front wheel. So Thornicus is starting his first race as the driver's champion from the back of the order. Take Gavin the body band not reacting. I'm not too good with this controller. I'm trying to fix my good one. Synchronized spin, yeah, they did. These controller drive, I don't know how you can drive on a controller. Massive respect to you for being able to drive on a controller. I've tried recently and I just can't do it. So Frenzy crosses the line at 17.8, but he'd invalidated. Lou 95 is currently at the top in the standings on a 14.9. Loki in second on a 15.0. Elder in third, 15.1. Bergeron in fourth on a 15.3. And I do apologise if I'm destroying your name, Bergeron. Hobo in fifth on a 15.4. I'm having a nap. Wake me up when the race starts. If you didn't put it in the wall, you've still got Q2 to take part in, Matty. Oscar. Cool. I will try and remember that. I'm bound to forget midway through the race, Oscar. No, if I crash that, fair enough, mate. So Hobo in fifth, TT in sixth, Panda sitting in seventh, Scotty in eighth, Speedy in ninth, Mrs. Cole currently in the pits. I know he's been having issues getting her setups. Rapid in 11th in the pits. Moving up to the bottle club name. To be fair, there have been a few spinning in the rain so far, so you're not alone. Massive cramp. Oh. Joys of working in a block of flats. Lots of stairs all day. Mrs. Cole may be a while. Everything's been wiped off of her PlayStation. Real settings blocked, which is trying to get everything restored. That is very strange for two drivers to have issues with save data. We'll stay with Sky as he makes his way into turn one. Drops down through the right hander of two. Now the long run round three. And heading down to the left hander of four, runs straight into five. Bit of a twitch as he comes on the exit of four and invalidates coming onto the curb of 5. Might have to fuel if he's very careful on the way round. Let's get another lap in. Come back to Loki. I don't think Loki's on for this lap. Oscar to the top on a 14.7. And Tokyo drifting it round turn 1. Very well held though to get it back on track and not do a complete 360. So there's a wheel in the middle of the pit exit. I think that's from one of the earlier spins. So Speedy is on track. Has invalidated this lap. Scotty back into the pits. Panda crosses the line, takes 0.3 off his time, moves up into 6th with a 15.2. Loki's improved to a 14.4, so times are definitely starting to drop. Does look like the rain's backed off. Loki is well off the track so as not to hold up drivers behind on a flying lap. Panda going through. Rapid up into 3rd on a 14.9. Will we see anyone in this section of quali risk this off tyre? They are, they will need to be on track now. To fix that. Rapid improves on his lap to go to the top of 14.3. Loki has got time to go for another one, has got the fuel, maybe a little ERS limited towards the end of the lap. Do 95 up into 4th on a 14.9. Panda in the pits. Speedy is on track. See where he is at sector 1. 7/10 down through sector 1, so a fair bit of work to do through the middle sector. Bit of a snap coming. 4 and 5. Kept it together. Another snap out of turn 7, keeps it out the wall. That'll be the end of that lap for Speedy. As Lou crosses the line, a 14.2 to go top in Q1. Mrs. Cole did make it out onto track and sets a 15.8 to go into 9th. Hopefully got everything resolved with the PlayStation. It looks like Speedy's had a spin coming out of turn 12. Peels off into the pit. Lock up on entry, but won't hold him up. Now just wait for Speedy's car to be wheeled back in. Went on mute there and forgot to unmute myself. So DRL Lou 95 takes the top spot in Q1. Rapid 10th and a half off in P2. Loki 2/10 off the lead in P3. Oscar in 4th. Elder in 5th. Panda in 6th. Speedy in 7th. Hobo in 8th. Mrs. Carl in 9th. Scotty in 10th, Frenzy in 11th, and Jake in 12th. And unable to take part in Q2 will be TT, Thornicus, and Bottle Job. So as we go into Q2 with 12 drivers, we'll be losing 2 at the end of the session, unless more drivers crash out. So it's still looking great, but it's not raining on the pit loading screen. So I'm hoping means we're going to see drivers on the dry tyre, and it has preloaded them all onto dry tyres. So now we get a chance to see everyone's true pace. And so we'll be losing 2 drivers at the end of this session. It'll be more important to be out towards the end of the session when the track is going to be at its driest. As Jake retires from the session, having opted to give himself a quali ban for not reacting in time. Guessing he forgot to react, but has made it into the race. Although I'm sure Hobo would have liked him to have qualified as far up the grid as possible to give Alpine the best opportunity to try and get the jump in constructors. As Loki crosses the line to start their first flying lap. Wide at the apex on 1, gets the apex nicely on 2, staying off the curb as they make their way round 3. DRS opened. No, DRS not open on this run. So no DRS down the... Oh, now DRS enabled. That's going to annoy Loki. I have never known the game to do that before. Not enabled DRS at the start of the session when it's not raining. So this is going to give Elder a possible bonus on this lap. As Loki makes their way up the hill. DRS open this time, crosses the line, keeping it to the left, a 110.9. Oh, excuse me. As Elder run into the line, 111.0 from Elder. Who's going to be next? Scotty's Next up towards the line. That's the end of Scotty's outlap. So Scotty just starting his lap. Mrs. Carl 13.3 goes into third. We'll stay on board with Scotty. Coming round turn 3, DRS open. Heads down towards turn 4. A nice clear track in front of him. A little bit of a twitch as he comes off the curb on the exit of 4. Managed to hold it together. Headed into the middle sector. This is where so much time can be lost. He's got to hook every corner up. It's turn 10. A little wide on the exit from that angle at least. Everything looking tidy at 54.1 through sector 2. Now it's just the flat out drag up the hill. DRS open now. Cut the pit entry line. Runs it out to the right hand side and goes into third on a 1:11.1. As Mrs. Carl improves to go top of the board with a 1:10.6. So with Jake retiring in the pits, there is only going to be one driver knocked out with this session. Panda's done a 12.2, Hobo also on a 12.2, currently sitting in 6th. Yet to set a time are Rapid, Speedy who is on an outlap, Lou 95 and Oscar. Frenzy is on a frenzy lap. So Frenzy will cross the line, a 14.0 takes him into 7th. Speedy starting their first time lap in Q2. Through the first 3 corners without incident. Tyres looking odd on my TV. Looking like they've got dimples in. Things looking tidy so far for Speedy as he heads into the infield and turn 8 and 9. Very easy to lose the back end on the exit of 9 and run up towards turn 10. Keeping it tidy so far. Commentator's curse there. As he loses the back end coming around turn 11. Thankfully it just spins into the infield. Gets it going. He's got the car behind him. I think that's Lou on an outlap. Scotty's gone through to the top of the standings on a 1:10.0. Great time from Scotty. Got the fuel, but I don't think he's got the ERS. Let's jump to Lou 95, see how he's getting on. So 17.3 through sector 1. Curb on the exit of 4, doesn't unsettle the car. Alpha looking very nice. Through turn 7, a little bit of traffic ahead, but I don't think it's going to be in his way. It's going to be Scotty who is out of fuel but gets well out of the way. Things you'd love to see in league racing, drivers who are aware of cars around them who are on the lap. So Speedy does a 110.0 as Lou crosses the line to go to the top with a 109.6. So Lou the first one into the 109s. Speedy with a very tidy lap there at 110.0. 8 thousandths faster than Scotty in third. As Oscar smashes into the 108 with a 108.7, so this track is definitely speeding up. Still waiting on Rapid to set a lap. Everyone else has set at least one time. See how Panda goes to the end of section 1. Down by 100th. Can he find anything through sector 2 to pull that time back? Looks on the map like Speedy's just ran out of fuel. Has made it back to the pits. And coming round turn 10. See in a moment what his split is through sector 2. Big improvement in sector 2, nearly 6/10 up in sector 2. It's going to put him on a 10.6. Look at that, he finds another couple of tenths in the final sector to move up into 5th on a 110.5. Good time from Panda. Everyone else is in the pits. I think it's just going to be Panda's teammate Rapid that we're waiting on to actually come out and set a lap. Evening, Brooksy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, I just had a look in tier 2 chat, Brooksy. Guessing you had short quali in there and I think you have to qualify and then we'll let you control the car for the race. Was that after the formation lap? Because it's this game is a pain in the ass that kicks you before or during the formation lap. You can't actually grab your car back until after the race start, effectively. So you lose out on doing the actual race start. Should be able to take control if it's pardon me, if it's still going round in AI. Yes, I think we are all on a big countdown to the 16th when we can say goodbye to this game. Although those in the F2 League have got a double race on the 17th, so they'll have to wait to do the magical game delete. So race start. Oh, let me take control of the car before the race. Before the start or after. This game is just shit, and I get a feeling because they've reopened beta this weekend Maybe some extra. Mind you, it's not even server based. It's all bloody peer to peer. On board with Rapid, and he's out for his one timed run. Just paid 72 quid for Champion Edition on Steam. I know it gets you 3 days early access. I think it's 12 quid more for Champion Edition. To me personally, it seems a lot for 3 days extra access, as Rapid does a 108.3 to jump to the top of the board, puts Frenzy in the knockout zone. Frenzy is in the pits, so at the end of Q2 we will be saying goodbye to Frenzy and Jake. I've held off pre-ordering 23, not because I don't want to buy it, because I absolutely do. It was just waiting to work out what system I was going to have to buy it on. So I've got a pre-built PC that turned up and didn't work. It's been an absolute ball ache to deal with. And support from where it was bought from was only one word for it: shit. So that's gone back, but a custom build now been ordered. In fact, it was ordered about 4 hours ago. Almost exactly 17, 20, 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago it was placed, but it should be here next week. And then it will be okay. So getting that set up, and then getting 23 ordered. And then set up the new screens. Hold on, I hadn't even looked at what times people were on for Q2. Got plenty of softs left for Q3 then, Hobo. Or for playing it safe and keeping for the race. Gotta love all the unsafe releases from the garages, forcing Scotty to slow down in the pit lane. I think Panda is going to be our first onto track. So we will stay with Panda, see what time he can set on his first hot run. Difference in fuel load between Panda and Elder. Similar fuel level. go back to Panda as he comes up the hill. Full attack mode now. Okay. Boss is giving me orders for tomorrow. Why is the lap data not up? Why does that turn off every single second? Damn game. Into the middle sector for Panda. Looking tidy at the moment, heading up towards turn 10. Be a drop down towards turn 12. 54.2 through sector 2 for Panda. And a drag up the hill, DRS open, cuts the pit entry line. Keeps it to the left to take the shortest run to the line of 109.1. As Elder comes across with a 108.1, Hobo a 108.6, Scotty a 108.2. Times are falling, but coming in thick and fast. Mrs. Carl an 11.7 for her first run. Rapids on an outlap. Speedy does a 108.6, 5 thousandths off of Hobo. As Loki does a 108.9, going into 5th. Rapid coming up the hill. See what Rapid can do. Has he got an answer to that time from Elder? In that battle for second place in the Drivers' Championship. So 16.7 through sector 1. Got no time to compare that to as game and turn lap delta off. Stop yawning. Nicely on the apex of 10, so doing a good run down towards turn 12, a 51.4 through sector 2. Push up the hill. Technically there are a couple of corners on the run up the hill, but they're flat out, so don't count. A 108.0 from Rapid, which puts him just over a tenth in front of Elder. So a lot closer at the front. Top 7 within a second of each other. Within 8th and 9th, not that far off either. Oscar goes through into 3rd on a 108.2. So just over a second from 1st to 10th. Hobo back out on track on another time lap. .300 down through sector 1. Can he find anything in sector 2? As we saw in Q2, Panda found masses of time through the middle sector. Through turn 10 now for Hobo. Down. He is over 2 tenths up through sector 2. Can he keep finding time up the hill on sector 3? Crosses the line of 108.3. Stays in 5th. Did take 3/10 out of his time, gives him a bit more of a buffer back to Speedy. Panda is not on most of that. So Panda is on an in lap. Validate budget saved in ERS. Mic is low. Thank you, Oscar. I will set that up now. Hopefully that's better for the mic. Audio's down. Yeah, hopefully that puts audio levels better. Every week audio's all over the place on my stream. Do apologise. So Elder bailing on that run. Didn't think I opened that beer that long ago. But that didn't taste very nice. Tasted a bit warm. Try a different one. So who've we got on track? Well, everyone making their way out. It looks like Mrs. Carl is on a lap. I'd say the way that wiggle was going, trying to build up to a lap. We've got a bit of an ERS deficit. So if we could just clear the yellow sectors, we can see how long's left. Mrs. Carl into the pits. Don't think she's going to be able to get back out in time for a lap. It's not Rapid on an out lap, Elder on an out lap. Oscar, it's saying isn't on an out lap, but isn't deploying ERS, so I'd say is on an out lap. Scotty is pushing. Just shy of a 10th up in sector 1. Through the midfield section of Interlagos. of turn 10. We'll see what his split is at sector 2 point. So 2 tenths up in sector 2. This will be enough to move him into second as things stand. As Loki crosses the line on an 18.3, it does more than move him into second. That's Scotty up into provisional pole on an 18.0. Speedy crosses the line an 108.563, so a thousandth slower than his previous lap. Hobo moves up into fourth on a 108.226. Got the Ferrari duo. Looks like Panda giving Rapid a tow to the line. But it's not enough. Rapid can't improve on that one. Oscar with a tow from Lewis. Oscar does go to the top with a 107.8. I think it was a 107.8. We'll wait for the screen to come up. Oscar did a 107.8 dead, but Elder takes, I think, his first pole of the season with a 107.7. Great teamwork from both Alfa Romeo and Ferrari there. Teammates giving their counterparts a tow to try and jump them up the order as much as possible. So Elder will take the pole. Oscar in second, Scotty in third, Rapid in fourth, Hobo in fifth, Loki in sixth, Speedy in seventh, Mrs. Carl in eighth, Lou in ninth, and Panda in 10th. And I managed to get those out before they disappeared off screen. So drivers will be sorting out their strategy. I bowed a lap, it was 2 tenths up, was a risk, but I got nearly 4 tenths on that last lap, so risk paid off. Oh. Alright. You can shut up. I don't want to hear myself, thank you very much. Let's get some tyre data. Elder going for the medium start. Oscar, Scotty and Rapid going for the hard. Hobo, Loki, Speedy, Mrs. Carl, Lou and Panda on the mediums. Frenzy on the hards. Jake, TT and Shaunicus on the mediums and Bottle Job on the hards. So get rid of that detail and go to that one, ready for the start. Did a bit of a spread on the pack. There's Alpine out of position. That's Jake. Then there's a Speedy out of position. Haven't seen it yet, but this track is renowned. If you spin to that infield, the game will auto reset you to track. and it resets you in the worst possible place, halfway up the hill on the racing line. Something for all the drivers to be aware of as we go back to the front of the grid for the start. We're going to jump on board with Oscar and see if he can get the jump on Elder from the start. So Loki picking up a drive through and possibly Rapid as well. Rapid's definitely picked up a penalty as well. Guessing they're both for jump starts. Elder managing to hold on to the lead. Loki is up into second. Hobo up into third. Oscar's lost out on the start, dropping down into fourth. Coming under pressure from Scotty as they run up towards turns 6 and 7. Rapid trying to have a look down the inside of Scotty into 7. Jacob 4 places off the start into 8. Mrs. Cole's lost out, currently running in 12th. Frenzy's dropped down into 14th. Bottle Jobs has no front wing, so not sure what's happened to Matty there. Looks like Frenzy's running with an M plate missing. And into the pits come Loki and Rapid. TT also into the pits. Is that the damage? Guess there's going to be a wing going on. There is. So that's new wing for TT, Frenzy and Bottle Job. So with Loki having pitted to serve that drive through, that's given Elder a nice cushion out in front, over a second and a half back to Hobo in second. Oscar keeping Hobo honest. As we head up towards turn 10, Scotty battled with Rapid on the opening lap and has dropped back off of Oscar. Speedy had a moment there, I did see it, but I was mid-sentence, so I couldn't say anything. I couldn't change my line of thought, rather. Speedy having that moment, but gets it recovered and stays on track. Drops him back towards Panda as Shaunicus going for a move up the inside of Jake through turn 1 and 2. Gets the move done, so Shaunicus up into 7th. Lou on the back of Shaunicus, of Jake and Shaunicus, trying to find a way round into turn 4. Can't find anything at the moment. Can he find a way through the inside of 6? Nothing happening there, but back at the front. This battle for second place. Oscar really close to Hobo as they come down towards turn 12. Oscar will get the DRS up the hill. Has Hobo got anything to defend with? They're on the opposite tyre, so Hobo should have better traction. Such a long run with the slipstream. Oscar up the inside into turn 1, gets that move done, so Oscar up into second. Hobo drops down into third place, still with a comfy gap behind to Scotty. Loki picking up the fastest lap. I think Jake's had a moment there, dropped down into 10th. Can't see any damage. Jake has dropped off of the pack. Wrong car. That's Jake. I skipped one too far, that was Loki. Jake doesn't care telemetry either. Mrs. Cole getting past Lou. So Mrs. Cole up into 8th, back where she started from. And we'll have the DRS this time around, as there was a McLaren round that was Shawnicus manages to get the car turned around and keep out of everyone's way. I thought for a minute we were going to see him get nailed. Manages to get the car going again. Doesn't look to have picked up any damage. Hobo holding on to the back of Oscar, maintaining that gap back to Scotty in 4th. Speedy's closed back up onto Scotty after that moment earlier on. Problem for Speedy is he's pulled Panda along with him, so going to be in the middle of a DRS train here. Come around turn 12 and start the drag up the hill. Speedy would have wanted to have been a bit closer to Scotty, get the maximum benefit from the DRS. Yellow flag in sector 2, that's cleared now. Scotty taking a much tighter line on the apexes, helping him open that gap a little from Speedy. Speedy will get the DRS, but I think he's still too far back to make a move down into turn 4. Yellow flag at turn 11, that's bottle job been round. Jake has been into the pits. Should come out ahead of Bottle job, may even get out ahead of Frenzy, but I think Frenzy's going to have the run around the outside, he will do. Jake losing a place out to Frenzy on the pit exit. Rapid on the back of Shawnicus after Shawnicus' spin earlier. Although still within the DRS of Oscar. Not making much ground up at the moment. Keeping clear ahead of Scotty as Scotty's battling with Speedy and Panda behind. Lou with the DRS trying to find a way past Mrs. Cole as they head through turn 4 and 5. Not able to find a way past at the moment. Over just dropping out of the DRS. Need to push a little to try and regain that. Don't think he's going to get it this time around. So Oscar have a little bit of breathing space as they head up towards turn 1. But does close a little with the distant toe. Not enough to get DRS this time either, as Jake picks up a 3-second penalty. We've got Scotty somewhere. There's a Scotty. Oh, Scotty's been in the wall. Scotty's got no front wing. Is Scotty the reason for the safety car? So we're on to lap 8, and that is our first safety car of the evening. Hopefully the only safety car of the evening. This will bring everyone back together Elder won't be happy to have lost the benefit of that 2-second gap it built out in front. And Oscar and Hobo back into attack. Speedy up into 4th place with Scotty having that moment as Elder decides now is the right time to come into the pit, followed by Hobo and Speedy, so the medium runners opt in to get onto the hards. A little bit early on the pit stop. Want to take advantage of the safety car while it's out. As quite a few come into the pit, so Elder will be back out into 3rd. So Oscar inherits the lead. Loki up into 2nd. So good recovery after that drive through earlier on. Let's go for the tyres. So Loki and Thornicus, the only ones starting on the mediums that have stayed out at the moment. Frenzy and Matty are on 7 lap old mediums, having pitted on lap 1 for new wings. They've opted to stay on the medium. And then Panda, Rapid and Scotty, well Scotty had to pit for a new wing, gone from the hard to the medium. 27 laps. Can't see the mediums making it to the end of this. So those that have just pitted for mediums will likely need another pit stop. So Thornicus has come into the pits, Panda into the pits as well, as has Frenzy. Jake's gone onto the softs. Frenzy does get back out in front of Jake. Should just be waiting for these guys to catch up to the pack for safety car to come in. So Oscar in the lead, Loki in 2nd, Elder in 3rd, Hobo in 4th, Speedy in 5th, Lewis in 6th, Mr. Carl in 7th, Rapid in 8th, Scotty in 9th, Thorncus in 10th, Panda in 11th, TT in 12th, and into the pits. Along with Scotty, I get a feeling Scotty's going back onto the hards. No, Scotty's going for a new set of mediums. Interesting. TT's on mediums. Jake's gone in to get back on the hard tyre. Interesting. Is there going to be rain in the race? Is that why Scotty's gone for a fresh set of medium? Try and make up as many places as possible. On the restart. We should be getting back underway as we've lost Oscar. It's not even showing as online. Come on, where you gone? Where you gone? Invite resent to Oscar. Safety car is in this lap, and if it is AI leading the way, that could cause chaos. As Oscar has just got back into the lobby, so we'll be able to take control just at the restart. Back in at just the right time as Elder trying to make a move as they go through turn 2. Loki's up into the lead, Elder getting past, Hobo getting past, Oscar losing out, dropping down to 4th. AI's possibly screwed his tyres up. Speedy on the back as well. Can Speedy find a way past Oscar? There's a bit of contact between Rapid and Speedy there. Neither driver going round. Everything looking a tad jumpy. This is probably the closest battle at the moment. As Rapid almost pushing Speedy up the hill. Rapid in the slipstream going to the outside around Speedy. We get to look back from Speedy as Rapid goes through into 5th place. Still crap camera angle from this game. So Rapid through into 5th. Oscar looking to try and make a move back past Hobo. Can't get anything done through turn 4. We've got Lou, Mrs. Cole and Matty back in the pits. Possibly an incident happened further back. Elder not letting Loki get away. Top 6 all within a second of each other. As we come back up the hill. Trying to stay in the slipstream to get the best run up the hill. DRS is enabled as Oscar goes for the move down the inside of turn 1, puts him on the outside for 2. Does get the move done, so Oscar up into 3rd. Hobo and Rapid both have the DRS. Hobo looking down the inside of 4, stays on the inside for 5. It's almost wheel to wheel through turn 5. As we've lost Lou, I think that was in the pits. So Lou 95 retiring in the pits. Loki holding on to the lead after the restart. Elder in 2nd. Oscar back up into 3rd after losing out on that safety car restart. Hobo coming under pressure from Rapid. Rapid looking to go around the outside as they head towards turn 1. With the inside line, Hobo would be able to brake a little bit later, but Rapid does get the move done. So Rapid up into 4th, Hobo dropping down into 5th. This DRS train runs all the way back to 7th. Shaunicus getting on the back of this as well. A little bit more of a gap back to Scotty and Frenzy. Frenzy under pressure from TT. As they head through turn 7. This is Carl, Matty and Panda. Interestingly, I've just noticed that when Lou retired in the pits, he had set his next tyre to the Inter. So is there rain expected? If one of the drivers could just take a minute away from driving and just let me know, be handy. I get a feeling there may be some rain to come in this race. As Elder goes for the move around the outside of Loki through turn 1, gets the job done. So Elder back up into the lead. Loki coming straight back on the attack with the DRS. So Loki back into the lead. This is allowing Oscar and Rapid to close up a little. No rain expected. Thank you, Matty. I knew someone would be listening and would let me know. So, what's happened to Speedy? Speedy's dropped all the way back down to 11th, so I've missed something there. As he was right on the back of this battle for the lead. Or right in the middle of the battle for the lead, so not sure what's happened to Speedy as we come up the hill again. Looking around the outside of turn 1 this time around. Loki giving the space. I think this is DRS chicken. Loki got the move done. Oscar getting past Elder as well, and Rapid taking advantage of having that DRS. Elder missing out on the DRS. Tactical move there from Loki to allow him to defend down towards turn 4. Rapid looks to be pushing the cars in front quite a bit this time around. A couple of times seen him run into the back of the car ahead. As we've got a yellow flag that's cleared. Rapid making the move up the hill on Oscar. Rapid up into second. Loki's very heavily deployed his ERS. Rapid with 20%. Has the DRS to defend from Oscar as they run down towards turn 4. Oscar looking up the inside of turn 4. Rapid getting boxed in a little there by Loki in front. It's allowed Oscar through into second. Elder right on the back of this battle as well. Chronicus within the DRS but a little further back, waiting to pick up the pieces because this front 4 are pushing each other as hard as possible. We've got a yellow flag. I think that's Jake round on the exit 6. So back to the DRS up the hill. He's managed to recover some ERS in the space of that lap, but he is going to come under pressure from both Rapid and Oscar either side as they go into turn 1, almost 3 wide. Oh, chaos out of turn 2. Rapid round. Loki with nowhere really to go, and Hobo unfortunately running into the back of Loki. So Hobo's lost a wing. I get a feeling Loki's got some damage. What this has done is brought out another safety car. Possibly not the best time. Oh my goodness, what drama. How's tier 2 going, Moyland? Done already. No safety cars. You're welcome to hop in here if you want to jump on comms as well, or you can go into the other chat and just annoy them all. One safety car, 3 laps in the end. Lucky fucker. This is safety car number 2. So Oscar in, Elder in, Shaunicus in, Loki in, Hobo got to come in. He needs a wing. Frenzy stays out. TT's in, Scotty's in. I think everyone's going to be in, to be honest. Speedy's in. Jake stays out. Split up. Might jump in a bit. Yep, I'll jump in the comms box. So if you feel like jumping in, you're more than welcome. I suppose I better send you an invite as well. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, fucking game. Oh, seriously. Let's just mute Hobos a minute. Yeah, it won't let me rejoin. I can't quit either. Whilst the lobby's running stable, I daren't leave. I hate this game. So unfortunately, I can't. Well, I can sort of commentate on what I can see from Hobo's feed. Right. Hobo is the only one streaming, unless Scotty is as well. YouTube. Subs, who's live? Scotty is streaming as well. Yeah. As annoying as it is, I think I'm going to have to end the stream there because I'm going to be able to get this back up. I am going to stay in Minecraft lobby because I daren't come. Oh, no, I've got sound. No, that's not my sound. That's Scotty. That's Scotty's sound. That just confused me. Yeah, I'm going to have to end the commentary stream there because I'm not going to be able to get this to work, but I'm going to stay in the lobby so it doesn't crash on the guys racing. They've got 15 laps to go. I'll be back at 10:30 for RPR and won't be going anywhere near the invite button. But everyone who has been in the chat, thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you all next week or later on if you stay around for the RPR race.